Hey, it's springtime, I think. At least it's looking like it outside there. Things are greening up. And it's time for me to shave off the old man white whiskers. Hey, Snoop. How you doing, Snoopster? And reveal the young virile man underneath them white whiskers. So at least I still feel like I'm young anyway, which is a blessing, good grief. So anyhow, I guess I'm going to plow the garden and got to run and look at a John Deere 50 and stuff today. I guess I'll take you along on that ride. Catch you later. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm going to be plowing with the 2040 and not the 620. Would like to use the 620, but already did a little bit of plowing. I was having an issue with a slow leak on the right rear tire of the 620, and I didn't want to. I gotta let Billet out. He's been wanting to come out. Hey, Billet, come on out. And I didn't want to go on a hard pull with the downhill wheel. Having a slow leak in it might make it worse until I get a chance to really fix it. So anyhow, Dave is doing some work for a fellow out there on some gates. A friend of ours bought some metal gates. You got to move where the hinges are and stuff. So we finished up this old Moline, and I misspoke, I think, in my video about this Moline, and said that the shift was called a multi-power or something, but I didn't mean to say that, because it says amplitorque right there. I thought that's what I'd said, but somebody in the comments said I'd called it the wrong thing. I don't know, but anyhow, there's the amplitorque. And they did make a 336 cubic inch engine, and you could make this a 336 cubic inch engine. The diesel was 336, but the gas and propanes were actually 283. So anyhow, and we had to make another clamp there, manifold clamp, because this, I guess the one that was on there broke off. Anyway, and then we had to put a new bottom end on this exhaust pipe and put a new muffler on there. Just little things. Yep, anyway. Just going to the barn to, I fed the cows earlier, now just go to feed the steers. So anyway, the cattle are just finishing up and leaving, and I'll bring in the second shift. And I'm thinking, if I'm smart, I'll patch up that hole over there in the back of the steer's shed before any of them climb through there. I think that's what I'll do before I do anything else this morning after I feed them. Snoopy, you going after a rat under there? I think y'all got rid of all the rats. I haven't seen any in a while. Alright, I'm going to head down to take a look at that John Deere 50, see if I can just adjust the carburetor if it needs rebuilding. Take a little ride. Heading out. Here we go. Road trip. My mom used to get up to about 50 miles an hour on this driveway. They lived in that little house up there for a while. Well, after I got married, they put that house up, and I lived in the old house. And man, she would go up and down this lane. Our drive was about a quarter mile, but she would burn it up. Oh boy. Oh, there you go. Gotta hook up the old boa constrictor here, the bodily restraint system. Want to take a left on Mill Swamp Road. Look at all this traffic. You're supposed to live out in the country, got all this darn traffic. Anytime you got to stop and wait for cars to come by before you make a turn or pull out, you know you got too many neighbors. Mill Swamp Road. It's a very fine, curvy road. Still a few farms around here and there. Some neat, very old, long-established farms here. Muddy Creek Road. Well-known old John Deere mechanic Maurice Chapman, old black man, lived over here. He's gone on to his reward now, but Maurice Chapman lived there. He's worked on some of our tractors before I was born, actually. I think that's who put the new pistons in 520 when it dropped a valve when it was filling a silo one year. Looks like the right place. Let's see. If I can just find where he's got the tractor sitting, he'll be set. I think he said it was in this barn with the hip roof. Let's see. A John Deere 50. And all its glory. It's got a new battery box on its seat. Let's see if I can get her started up. See what we got. One of these handy dandy. It's tightening up, seems like. Ain't tightening up much though. There you go. That got him. I don't want to see the choke. Where's the choke rod? I guess that's all he's got for a choke. Little thing there. Okay. Woo! That didn't sound great. Perhaps I choked it a little bit too much, probably. Uh-oh, all right. Seems like it might be blood, I don't know. Watch this. Crimp the fuel line. Don't let the excess fuel go in there. Clears up and runs just fine. Open up the fuel line. Starts running rich again. Too rich. Starts flooding it. tedious job. I'll have to drop the bowl and see what the floating needle valve looks like. Yep. Okay, we'll just yank off the float bowl. Gas is still steady coming in there. It's probably has filled up his crankcase. I better check that. Oh gosh. Ooh, it's rolling out. Yep. Oh no. Seems like the choke, excuse me, seems like the float is okay. So maybe it's just a needle valve. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like maybe the float may be adjusted improperly. That's what it kind of looks like, because it's not full of gas. But I don't know that it's cutting off the flow of gas if it's pushing up the needle valve enough. Let's see. I don't know if that thing's putting upside down. Let me take that thing out. Look at that rascal. See what we got. There you go. Kind of thinking the float was put in upside down. Not sure, mind you. I'm thinking that may be the case. Somebody had just recently rebuilt this carburetor for him. Heaven help him if he's been running it like this. Whew. Let's see what's got going on here. Yeah, I think they had the float put in upside down. You gotta watch who you get to work on stuff these days. Yeah, it's working good now. I can feel it cutting off the gas. I can feel it seating the valve. Actually, I should say it. Let's see. I can manually open up. Oh yeah. Yep. A simple fix. Turn the float right side up. Oh well. Let's see how she runs now. Oh, excuse me. Let's see how he runs now. Other machinery and tractors you can call a she, but John Deere's, you got to call them a he to be consistent. I mean, they are John. They're males. That's all. I thought that all my life. Let's see. Get up in there, fool. What's the matter with you? See what we got going on. Make sure that top gasket is in the right place. Seems to be. We'll put this gasket and the little nut on the bottom. Tighten her up. Let some gas flow in and see what we got. Okay. let's crank her up. I'll let a little gas flow in first. You can manually let the gas flow in by holding this down up here, this little knob. You can see the gas coming in. That's on these tractors. It's got a diaphragm up there that oil pressure opens up the gas flow. If you don't have any oil pressure, it shuts off the gas flow. And it saves your engine, and if it ever runs out of oil, it'll the gas will stop coming in. Or if you got a carburetor that the float is not functioning, when this tractor's not running, it'll cut off the fuel flow. So I thought that was a good feature. Looks like we got a little leak at the bottom. Might need a new gasket, but that's nothing major. Let me give it a little tweak. Start them up and see what's what. Should fix that starter drive for him. Adjust the carburetor. They probably have it adjusted. They were probably trying to adjust it, but they didn't realize the float wasn't doing anything. Let me see what I can do. There you go. Got to fix that drip. He's got a terrible noise in the when you put it in fourth and fifth, some in third too. In the I don't know if there's a bearing going bad in here, if it's not lubricated right up inside this housing. I don't know. I got to get to the bottom of that. But anyhow, that's all we can do for here today. I'll get him a gasket and come on back and we'll see if we can adjust things and find out what in the world that noise is. And anyhow, guess we'll close up the barn and head on back home. There you go. Yep. I don't know how they ran it any length of time at all with the float in upside down. It wasn't shutting off the fuel at all. Anyway, it's in there right now. We'll venture out on these dangerous roads. Gotta hook up my restrainer. getting back. Let's see now. I think it's this place. Well, the starter solenoid on this little tractor's going bad, so guess I won't be unhooking the plows that quickly. I got to do a little work on here. It won't do